Just a quick little live to start the day. If you are in South Africa, it is now 5 minutes past 7 in the morning. So let me just set you guys up here. I'm in the workshop in the morning now. I know I don't usually go live. I think this might be my first public live. I've got a live on the member side of the channel. So if you're a member, you've got access to the other live that I've done. And yeah, I don't go live normally. But for today, I just wanted to, before I go to the office, I thought that let me just go live while I am making something, or rather fixing something really quick. It's not going to take me too long. And the reason why I'm doing it as a live is because I don't have a video for Feb. Well, I did publish a video about 2 weeks ago. And that video, even though it was in February, I'm counting it as January's video, because if you guys remember my last video of 2024, I said that I wanted to at least have one video a month minimum. So because I've had that video, I'm going to count this video as my video for Feb. I really don't have, I wish I had more time to record. I should probably do a lot better with that to make sure that I record and give proper videos instead of just going live only. Even though the lives I think are great because they are a great way to interact with people if they are watching it, and then I can comment on videos on comments as they happen live. So this would be a good thing as well to do. So maybe that's something that I should really consider. Anyways, what I'm going to be fixing, it's a pendant that a colleague of mine from work has, and they want it attached to this chain. So the problem is the V-loop. This is one of the pieces that one of my students made last year. It's a sandcast piece. They basically carved this out in wax, and then they've done a sandcast of the piece. I've done a few of sandcasting videos on the channel, so you are more than welcome to go and check those out if you are interested in knowing what sandcasting is. But yeah, they made this piece, and what we have at the institution is we have a retail policy, so people are allowed to buy the pieces that the students make. And this colleague of mine bought this piece at last year's end of year exhibition. But the problem, as I was saying, is the bail or the loop where the chain is meant to come in. I hope you guys can see. Let me hold it like that. That's too small for the chain to fit into. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut it open where the bail is. This is known as a bail. I'm going to cut that open, and then I'm going to attach the bottom part of the pendant into that, and then I'm going to solder it closed. So that's the goal for today's video. And I'm going to be doing it live, of course. So I've got you guys up on the tripod. Let me see. The phone is about to die as well, so I need to basically charge this phone while I'm doing this. But that's not a problem at all. While I'm busy setting up or putting the charger on, just comment down below, how has your year been so far? I know we are 2 months into 2025. No, that's not gonna work. Let me take this one. We are 2 months into 2025, and February is about to end. Crazy enough. I also can't believe how quickly I'm busy trying to connect my charger. That's what I'm doing now. I can't believe how quickly this year has gone. I mean, we're already 2 months in, and it feels like 2024 just ended. Well, it depends on how you look at things. Okay. And it's my birthday in 2 days. I turned 36 on the 27th of Feb, so I'm excited for that. Yeah, also can't believe I'm 36 years old. Time really flies, guys. Okay, I'm just getting my chair ready here. All right. Hopefully, let me just do that, just to give you guys a proper vantage point of what it is that I'm doing. Okay. Okay. Maybe that'll work. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is now I'm just gonna take this pendant bail and I'm going to then cut it open, and then we're going to fit the chain onto it. So I'm just gonna take the pendant itself, and I've got my saw frame here. And I don't mind doing repairs on student work because I know where the metal is coming from. A lot of times if people come to me and they want me to do repairs, I'm a bit skeptical because I'm not sure where they got the pendant from or the piece that they're trying to fix from. And so if I'm going to now commit to, cutting into the piece or doing something to the piece, if anything goes wrong, then basically I'm responsible. So I would rather not necessarily do any repairs on pieces that I don't know. I prefer not to do repairs just for that reason, because you can't be 100% sure where the piece comes from. So if I know, for instance, I know that this silver, I know where it came from, I know that the student got it from us at UJ, so I'm not worried about what the piece is made from. A lot of the times, as I say, you just can't be sure, and then you go and you put fire onto the piece, and then you end up damaging the piece, and then obviously the client is upset. All right, so I've just taken the bail off from the pendant. I'm now going to take the chain and I want to find the center. So you can see that's the clasp of the chain at the top there. So I want to make sure that I have it central at the bottom. And then I think the bottom of the chain, I wonder if I should just use this big one. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to use this link. This is one of those curb link chains, guys. So my plan is to put the bail in on the link like that, and then I will then fit the pendant back on and then solder it. So as I attach it back again, and because it is student work, I need to also be careful because the students aren't professionals. They're on their way to being professional, so I need to be mindful of that. Because sometimes students might be making pieces and then they're making it in a hurry, so it's not at the best of quality, which is okay because, as I say, they are learning and they are trying to become professional. So we can't be mad at that. Okay, so yeah, so I think this is how the chain is going to then hang with the pendant on. I think that should be fine. Unless I use another chain, because I don't know, there's a bit of a kink there. Can you see what's happening? Nah, I don't think that works. So maybe I'm gonna use the smaller, one of the smaller links. This bigger one isn't quite doing it for me. So let me use one of the smaller links. I thought the big one would work, but it isn't. So let's check it again. Probably, let's see. I really want it to be as central as possible, so that the chain is directly below the clasp. But now the problem with it being there, actually maybe it won't be a problem. I thought that the link would be too small for the chain to be able for the bail to be able to fit into. But maybe I can make it work. Let's see. You might be wondering, why am I doing this? Am I not late for work? The time now is 7:15. Well, I have a bit of time now in the morning because I have a Dean's Com meeting at 8:30, so at least I have a bit of time right now. I have a little bit of time. So maybe it hangs like that. I wonder if that'll work. What do you guys think? I think the problem is the bail is a bit too big. So maybe what I should do is I'm going to take the bail out and I'm going to file the ends just to make it a little bit thinner. It'll also help me in making sure that it fits in properly. So let's do that really quickly. So I'm just going to take this bail out. And then I will, so to make sure that I'm holding it properly, I'm using my round nose pliers because I want to be filing my fingers. And then we'll take a file, and then I want to file the ends just to make it a little bit thinner on the end. So right now it's pretty wide. The width of the bail is too big to fit into one of the links. So in order to ensure that it fits nicely, I'm gonna spend some time here filing. Now you want to make sure that you do it on both sides so that it's nice and even. So you're not just taking off too much on one side, you're taking off on both sides. And also I'm helping, I suppose, the student out a bit because I can see that one side was a bit wider than the other. So we are fixing those issues. As I said earlier on, guys, just comment down below how the year has been for you so far. Have you met some of your New Year's resolutions yet? Do you even have New Year's resolutions? One of my New Year's resolutions was the 75 hard challenge. If you watched my previous video, the vlog, you'll know all about that. Currently I'm on today's day 51. I finish on the 22nd of March. So far, so good, sir. Who's this? FaceTime. Is this Khalif? Is that you? Good to see you. Khalif was one of my students. He's doing second year this year. So it's good to see you on the live. I hope you're not running late for class, Khalif. Let me see. All right. Now, I want to just make sure that the bottom is nice and okay. Now let's see how this is going to fit into the chain. Let's see. Once again, let's find the middle. It should be this link here. Let me go a little bit smaller. Also at the same time, you don't want to go too thin. It's just going to look a bit funny. In this case, I think we're okay. I have shaved it down a bit, but I think we are all good. Let's see. I've just dropped that bail. All right, there it is. So you can see it's actually, I've shaved down quite a bit of it. Let me just show you using my okay. So now it should be able to it should be able to fit into, where does it end? There it is. This link here. There we go. That works. That works so much better. I think this is it. Can you see that it'll move a lot easier, a lot better. And then what I want to then also do is, because the jump ring of the pendant is a bit skew, I'm just gonna straighten it out. I'm using my parallel pliers just to try and straighten this out a bit, so that it's sitting, so it's standing nice and straight now. That's what's happening. Okay, so now I can take this and then close it up. do that, which means that the pendant is now sitting like that. Let me turn it around so you can see the design. I think that's sitting much better. So now the client will then be able to wear it and be happy. Okay, so I think I'm definitely happy with that. I am now going to solder it. Before I do that, let me just see the time. Yeah, I think I have some time. As long as I am out of here before 8 o'clock, I should be okay. I should be fine. All right, so okay, so what I'm basically doing now is I'm trying to make sure that the ends all meet properly, because if your ends do not meet, then the solder will not be able to flow. So I'm basically just using my pliers to try and push the ends together so that they can meet. Okay. Yeah, I think that should be fine right now. It's ready to be soldered. All right, so let me move the camera. To this side. Sorry for all this camera movement, guys. I'm just trying to get the best angles. I want to make sure that you guys are seeing this thing as best as possible. Where are we? There. Maybe that'll do. Okay, so I've got the piece here and I've got all right. So a little trick for people who, if you're trying to get into jewelry and you want to solder something that has already been soldered and you don't want the solder from the piece that you soldered to run, which will then cause it to fall apart, the trick is to use Tipex or a correction pen. We call it Tipex, kind of that's the colloquial term in South Africa. Because that's the brand we use most of the time, but I mean, it comes in different brands, obviously. So you want to take some of that liquid and then you will place it all over the piece. Let me just get some out. So because I know that the student had soldered there, I'm then going to put some of that correctional fluid on the part that he has soldered, right? Okay. And that'll ensure that for the most part, the solder does not now run and break off. Okay, so switching on my gas and my oxygen on this side. Okay. Right. So now you guys always see me using this yellow liquid. This is known as flux. Now I use a small little paintbrush. Then you want to place the flux on the part where you want to solder. What's the purpose of flux? Flux helps your solder to run smoothly. Without flux, the solder will just not go anywhere. So you want to make sure that you've got flux on hand so that when you are soldering, the solder runs smoothly. So now I'm using, this is flux, this is solder that I made myself. If you'd like to know how to make your own solder, you can comment down below, then I can give you guys the formula. It's pretty simple to do. So now I put it on my fire tweezer. And then, now because it's such a small, then I'm gonna light up my torch. Okay, but I don't need to light up, the torch doesn't have to be really big, or the flame doesn't have to be really big. So I start with my gas, and then I add a bit of the oxygen. So you'll see as I add the oxygen, the flame becomes more concentrated. The yellow starts to disappear a bit, and then all you start to see is a bit of the blue. You have to add the oxygen so that the flame can get stronger. If it's just LPG, you're basically just burning the piece and not doing anything. So now I gently go towards the flame. Now I also obviously want to be careful not to put too much flame onto the chain. Actually, I want no flame on the chain at all, because if I've got a flame on the chain, I end up burning the chain, and that's not good. Okay, let's do that again. I just wanted to move it up a bit, so I'm adding a bit of the flux one more time there, and I heat it up. So this is where you have to be very precise and very careful. So as I'm doing this, I move might be a bit much. Okay, that should do it. There we go. I tilt the flame there, and then I want to take this, and then I'm going to quench it in my water. All right. Now I don't know if you saw anything in that as I was doing that, what actually happened, but you can see that the solder has now run and captured there. I used a bit too much solder, but it's okay because I can always file this off. Now you can see that. Let's do that. Now you can see that the bail itself has been closed off, which then means that the chain is 100%. Okay, so I think I'm just taking it off the tripod. I think I'm gonna end this live here. It's been half an hour now. Um, this is what it looks like. I'll file and send it later on when I get back home from work. I just want to make sure that I complete getting ready for work and then I can head out. But this is basically a quick live of me trying to do a repair job, or it's not repairing. I'm just kind of adding the pendant onto the chain. And again, the colleague doesn't mind that the pendant doesn't move around. You know how usually you have the pendant on your chain and then it moves back and forth. She doesn't mind that it just stays in one place just as long as it's attached. So I think, yeah, that's a pretty quick demonstration of how that is done. When it is finished and I've sent it, I'll update. I'll take a photo and then I'll show you guys what the whole thing looks like. So yeah, just a very quick video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. It is, yeah, it's a beautiful day outside, so let's enjoy it, and we will chat again very, very soon. Peace.